Good morning, vlog. So I am eating breakfast and then I'm going to edit the vlog that goes up today. Because I didn't do it last night. Okay, so I'm editing right now on my computer. And Cuddles just decided to come lay by me and give himself like a full bath. Like, I don't know why he does this, but he's cute. And yeah, this is what it looks like when I edit. I edit in CapCut. Yeah, this vlog is actually extremely long. So, it's taking me a while and I have to have it up by 2 o'clock and it's almost 12. So, that's gonna be very interesting. Okay, so I'm outdoor dashing. Yeah, this vlog's gonna be really short, like all the other ones. Okay, so I've done nothing today, like absolutely nothing. And this is the first time I've been in the house in like 2 days. But that's just because I haven't felt good. I still don't feel that great, but I'm tired of sitting in the house. Also, kind of loving the hat look. This is actually my Barnes & Noble hat that I don't wear at work. Because we don't have to. And we just, like, everybody just found them recently. And learned that we actually have hats that we don't need to wear. But I'm going to wear mine all the time outside of work. Because not going to lie, it's kind of cute. And I don't mind how I look in a hat. But yeah, I'll update you guys a little later. Maybe we'll have some DoorDash footage. Mom's in getting an order right now. But until then. Okay, so we're like delivering to this like really old apartment building downtown and there's like nowhere to park. We're like partway out into the road in a truck loading zone. So, and Mom just ran out. So hopefully she hurries before somebody comes and tells us to move because I can't drive. And hopefully no truck needs in here. But yeah. Hi vlog, so I'm home now. I just started my laundry because it needed to be done. And I changed my sheets. But don't know what I'm gonna do now. I really want to read and work on my book, but at the same time I want to watch YouTube. Oh no. What do I do?
I got a car. I get to pick it up on Thursday. Stop, Alizé. More water. Wait.
Hi guys, so if you're wondering where I am, I'm on my floor in front of my bookshelf. This is my desk. I want to show you guys like a little book haul. So first we have my Heartstopper collection, which I absolutely love these. Dossie actually got these for me for my 17th birthday, and I love them. I have not taken the time to go through and like tab yet or annotate or anything because they're just so beautiful and I don't want to ruin them. Next is I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. This has to be one of my all-time favorite books. I started tabbing it like, so when I do tabs, I match like the colors to the colors of the tabs to the color of the colors of the cover. I don't know, that was so hard to say, but I tabbed to chapter 3. I've read this book twice already. I was on my 3rd time reading it while tabbing it, and I decided I want to read other books, but I am going to go back and finish tabbing this, which will be fun. Next we have My Policeman by Bethann Roberts. I actually have not read through this copy yet. The first time I read it, I got it from the library and I read it and it was life-changing. I cannot tell you how much I love this book. I read it in like, I started it one night, finished it the next morning. It is a great book, and I recommend it. It is also in my top favorite books. Next, I have a Barnes & Noble exclusive copy of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now, Pride and Prejudice is my all-time favorite book. This blue color, I don't know if you can see it because of my lighting, is my absolute favorite color. And then like the outside of the pages are like green, which if you know, you know. And I don't know, it's just so pretty. Next, I have Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I have not read these books yet, but they were recommended to me. I'm actually really excited to read them. I also just love how they look. I know, like, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I love pretty book covers. I feel like people who design book covers aren't appreciated enough. Next, I have the first 2 books in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. That's what it's called. I'm currently reading the first one. Haven't read the second one yet, and then I'm waiting to buy the third one. My friend Frances actually bought these for me. I think one might have been for the holidays and one was for my birthday. I mean, but they're really good so far. I also recommend them. Next is The Mary Shelley Club by Goldie Moldavsky, or however you say it. I have not read it yet, but I'm pretty excited to. Next, I have book 1 and 2 from Harry Potter. I'm waiting to buy the other ones. And then I have the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child script. And I've read this twice. I got this like years and years ago. And then next is a book that's kind of part of my book collection. It is They Both Die at the End. This is actually Marley's book that I need to give back to her. I was supposed to tab this book, and I started. And she left me like little notes throughout here. I think I got to page 18. Only 18. And I was supposed to read through this and tab it all for her because I can't get through it, and she couldn't either. And she was like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get through this, and I can't. It's just not, it's not it. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try for her. I'm gonna try to finish tabbing. I'm gonna try to finish reading. There are some fun gifts in here I see. I've flipped through it really quickly, so like a postcard and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to finish it. First we have a Why Don't We book in the Limelight. I got this when I was like a hardcore Why Don't We fan, and it was just like, I think I got it when Grandma and Marley visited in 2021. I have the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook, which I have not cooked any. I have not like made anything out of this yet. I saw a Stranger Things one in Barnes & Noble the other day, and I really want it, and I might buy it. I'm very tempted, but I have those two. I have another copy of Pride and Prejudice. I have In Case You Missed It, which I got at a book fair back in Illinois. I've never read this. P.S. I Still Love You, which I have read, and I really want the other 2 books. Yeah, I actually love this book. I love the series, like the movies and everything. And then I have Don't Cosplay With My Heart. I also haven't read this. I got this at a book fair in Illinois. Then I have Beautiful City of the Dead, which I picked this up at school because we're allowed to take some books. And I also haven't read this because it's a newer edition. I have Lit. I haven't read this one. I got this one at Goodwill back in Illinois for like 25 cents as well. Now Is Not the Time to Panic, which I got from Barnes & Noble for free because we have like books we can pick from before they're supposed to be before we come out. They're not from like big authors, but I feel like they're still nice to have. And I have not read this one yet. The Light Between Oceans, which I also got from Goodwill in Illinois for like 25 cents. Inside Threat. This one is also from Barnes & Noble for free. It's one that came out, I actually don't know when this comes out. Oh, this came out in June 2023. And I picked this up like a couple weeks ago, so nobody, I guess, wanted it, and I did. Hide and Seek that I got from Goodwill in Illinois. I have Chosen Ones that I got from Goodwill in Illinois. I also have not read this one. I actually don't know what this one is about because I took the dust cover off of it because I hate hardcovers. I have 5 Feet Apart, which I have read. I love this book. I know I said I don't like hardcovers, but I love the design of this. I also, I could take the dust cover off, but it's kind of plain. And when I do read hardcovers, I do take the dust covers off sometimes, so it doesn't really matter. Next I have Divergent, which I got from Goodwill in Illinois, which was a steal because I've always wanted like the book, and now I kind of want all of them. But yeah, I got it for like 25 cents with the other ones. First two Maze Runner books. I bought these at Powell's when Marley and Grandma came to visit in 2021, I'm pretty sure. I really want the other ones. Next is the bottom shelf, which is like my school bookshelf and books I had to read for school or I got at school. So the first one is The Last Days of Socrates. Don't know why I'm keeping this. I did tab it when I read it in school. I reread Euthyphro, I think is how you say it. And an Apology. That's what we read out of Last Days of Socrates. How Much of These Hills is Gold, which I love. I actually love this book, and I usually don't like books like this, but this one was just amazing. One of my favorite books I read in English this year. The Brief and Frightening Reign of Phil. This was also one of my favorite books I read in English this year. It's really short. It has pictures in it. It's a really weird book, like extremely weird. We have Summer in the City of Roses. This was a visiting writer book from this year. I have not read it, but it seems like a pretty good book, so I might read it. We have Latitude, which was another visiting writer's book, so I kept it because, you know, it's poems and it's good to read through sometimes. Next, we have Narrative in the Life of Frederick Douglass. I tabbed this book so much. This was one of the first books we read in English this year. I loved it, and like you can see, I tabbed this book so much. Like, this is a small book. There should not be that many tabs. I have The Good Immigrant, which is a whole bunch of like short stories we read in English. I actually like these a lot, which is why I kept them. And I want to be like, I want to major in history, and I'm thinking about actually minoring in writing because I love writing. Then we have the Penguin Book of Modern American Short Story. This one, I don't know. It was okay. I kept it because there are more short stories and, you know, minoring in writing. We are watching Eliza Bright. This was a visiting writers. I didn't read it. I love the cover though, and I am planning on reading it. And then next we have all the history books from history this year. We were 8 Years in Power. Loved it. I started tabbing it when we first read it, and we just like were reading it through like big chunks, and I was like, I do not have time to tab this whole book. But I did really enjoy it. Like, I loved it so much. James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time. I tabbed this book so much. I don't know if you can see that, but like maybe worse than the Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass. This might have been my favorite book we read all year in history. Last book we read in history was How the Word Passed. I also took the dust cover off of this one. I did tab this one like halfway through, and then we read it in pretty big chunks, but I love this. There is a chapter in this book that I despise, and it was the day we discussed it in class was the most I had ever talked in class ever, because I just had so much hatred for one of these chapters. And then the last two books on my shelf are actually two books we didn't have time to read in history. One is A User's Guide to Democracy and How America Works, and I want to major in history. I feel like it's good to have books like these. And another one is The Heartbeat of Wounded Knee. I actually don't know what this one's gonna be about. It's about Native America from 1890 to the present. Another good history book that I think is just good. I have not read it. I'm gonna keep these though, because I feel like they'll be good for when I'm majoring in history. Might read through these if I get bored, because I love history. But yeah, those are all my books. Hope you enjoyed this little book collection. I hope it grows actually, but I do need to read some books first. Thanks for watching today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.